Hi guys, welcome back to Procrastinating Pretty. Today I have kind of half a tutorial and half a first impressions. I was recently sent some products from Elizabeth Arden and I've never used her products before, so I'm really excited to test them out. And I'm going to go for kind of a more dramatic daytime look. The first product I'm using is called the Beautiful Color Eyeshadow Duo in Heathered Plums 04. And I'm going to use the top color, the whiter color. It's a mid-tone shimmery mauve. There's quite a lot of silver running through it. There's almost a gray undertone, giving it a little bit of a lavender lilac-y flash. And this color, it's super smooth, so buttery. It doesn't feel too creamy though, like it's gonna crease on you, but it's just an extremely smooth powdered eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna apply that all over the lid. The reason, I prefer to have just one eyeshadow color during the day, but the reason I'm doing just, using both shadows is that if you're doing a smoky eye look on someone as fair as Todd, it's really hard to just do one dark color all the way around the eye, unless you have an absolutely beautiful, like, inhumanly beautiful eye shape. It just looks like a block of darkness around the eye, and that's really unforgiving and really difficult to wear. So what I'm doing is just dusting a light layer of this all over the eye. You can tell that's already given her a little bit of depth, and the gray in it has offered a little bit of smoke. And the next color I'm using on the outer corners of the eye is the darker color. It's a matte eggplant with a lot of brown in it. So this is just it's a shockingly neutral palette. It's purple, but it's still really neutral, and I think this is a great way to wear color during the day. At night, I like to go a little bit more Technicolor, like real purple, but during the day, this is a nice option. I also think this would be a great option for more mature women who, want to wear a little bit of color, because brown gets boring after a while. Well, not for me, but I think for other people it might. And this is just a fantastic option. I'm really just putting that on the outer corner, and quite heavily into the crease. I want the look to be really smoky, so I'm kind of really detailing the crease, detailing the outer corner, bringing it really high, really close to the brow, and that's what's going to give you that smoke. Be sure to blend it out really carefully, otherwise it'll look harsh. And I'm also taking the lighter color underneath the eye. So the reason I use the lighter color is just I really want the color to, I don't know, seem hazy under the eye. For the day when you take powder product, oh my goodness, I can't talk. When you take eyeshadow underneath the eye during the day, it's just nice to really blend it out and make it look really hazy, almost like it's not there. Just because, I like a harsh line at night, but that's just because it's evening and it's a little more sultry. For the day, just a nice soft haze of color is fine. I'm also using the Hakuhodo Kokutan T brush, which is a godsend for kind of neutral smoky looks like this. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of MAC's Fix Plus and spray my angle brush with it. The angle brush I'm using, please don't. So the angle brush I'm using is from Beuatiful, and I'm just taking the darker eggplant shade and lining the eye lightly. For daytime, I wouldn't use a black or dark brown liner just because I don't think it's necessary. You're already going for such a smoky look. You don't really need the liner to help to even further define the eye. If you absolutely must use liner, because I myself used to be an eyeliner addict, just take the product and dot it between your lashes. You'll still look like you have really full lashes, but without, the harshness of a, solid line. It'll look much more natural and less evening. The trick is just to keep it kind of subtle. And next I'm using the Pure Finish Radiant Bronzing Powder in Warm. It is the most beautiful powder I've seen in a long time. It's got sunflowers embossed into the powder and it's just gorgeous. It's a combination of pink, dark and light brown, and a little bit of champagne shimmer. It gives a very natural looking tan. So I'm kind of dusting this all over the cheek, into the hairline, down her neck, just to give her a little bit of color. It's just, I don't know, this would be really nice for summer before you actually start to pick up color. This is a fantastic option just to give yourself a little bit of glow. Really try not to forget your hairline or your ears, just because it's really strange to have a bronzed face and then very, very pale ears. It just looks weird. And next, the blush I'm using is called Plum Perfection 03. and it's gorgeous. I mean, in the pan it does look really plummy and mauvey and pink, but you can tell on Todd, because she's so yellow toned, it comes off almost as a peach, and it's just such a beautiful color. I think this is the kind of color that would work for everyone, but it would look different on everyone. I tried it on myself the other day, and it doesn't come up nearly as peach, but it's a really gorgeous, glowy pink, which that's just right up my alley. Anyways, I'm taking a MAC 182 and just kind of blending those colors together. It just helps the, blush and bronzer become one. It's a little, just to make sure everything's really blended. It is daytime after all. You don't want any, really sculpted cheeks or anything. It just looks very aging if you do. And next I'm going to take the, I don't know if you would call this a lip gloss, but it's in the color Passion Fruit. It's a bright, like, hot pink with silver shimmer running through it. And it's so pigmented and thick that I'm only putting on a little bit and getting Todd to roll her lips, just because otherwise it's a thick layer of color and it gets really hard to wear. What's cool though is that this lip gloss has a mirror on the side, so you could apply it without like going to the bathroom or anything. And now I'm just going to really quickly fill in her brows. I think I'm using charcoal brown. I'm like fairly certain that's the color. Anyways, the next Elizabeth Arden product I'm using is the Bold Eye Pencil in Platinum Glow. So this comes, it's a thicker pencil. It comes with its own sharpener, which is really nice because I think most sharpeners wouldn't accommodate this thick a pencil. And it's kind of a champagne-y taupe. It's a pretty unusual color, and I'm just putting that in the inner corners. Do try to kind of test it on the back of your hand, just because it was really sharp when I received it, and the product's a little bit dry, and it just kind of cracked off. So do try to just dull it up a little bit before you use it anywhere near your eyes. I also took it onto the top of the cheekbone and on her Cupid's bow. And then I think I just take that kabuki brush again. Actually, this is the Makeup Forever one. I have no idea why I switched. It's just another brush for me to wash. But I'm just kind of blending the highlighter underneath the eye and just making sure that there's no streaks, no lines, no nothing. And then I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of black mascara. When you're doing a smoky look like this, I do think mascara is a good idea. Like, at least, I mean, I like a lot of mascara with a smoky eye. I think it just anchors nicely. It's not quite as harsh as a liner, but you do want a lot of, black anchoring the base of that. And this is Prestige My Blackest Lashes, and I'm just doing, I think, I'm like 1.5 coats. If you're using a less volumizing, intense mascara, I do 2 solid coats just to really, really frame the eye. And that's the end of the look. I mean, I've really enjoyed using these products. Todd has already claimed the eyeshadow duo for herself because she really, I'm going to give it to her because it looks really good on her. But the quality of the products is exactly what you'd expect from a high-end line like Elizabeth Arden, and I'm really glad I got the chance to try it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!